Hi traders, we're back again to check what the market holds for us for this new week of November the 18th to November the 22nd. Our analysis for last week was quite profitable. We had a good string of profits from all the pairs we looked at, and like we always do, we look at the market price action on a daily basis and send out updates to subscribers. Those that are subscribed to my signal service usually get daily updates as price action gives us the information what price wants to do. And basically the video is profitable. Of course, our entries were based on pending orders, and quite a lot of them were triggered and went towards our profit zone. In some cases, we were close, like in the case of EURJPY, which we'll look at again this week. We were close, and price didn't quite get to our TP based on analysis, but we saw it as the price action unfolded during the week and had to take a different stance on it. And if you want to get our updates, you can join me on my Telegram channel, which is at the bottom of the video. Like I always do, let me put up my disclaimer here telling you trading is a risky business, and for you to go into it profitably, you need mentors, you need trading advice, because you can lose money trading Forex. All right, with that said, let's go straight on to what the market holds for us this week. Here we're going to start with the GBPUSD like I always do. And I'm on the weekly time frame right now. Now let's look at what the market has to offer. Basically, looking at the weekly candles we have here, we see price action around this zone, showing us that GBP is in a range, somewhat a 200 pip range. And we had, after this surge upwards, that's about 4 weeks ago, we had retracements, and it has ranged for this length of time. Now, so what do we do about this? What does price action tell us price would likely go to for this week? Basically, what I have here, I would want to see a retracement downwards till we adequately break out of this seeming flag pattern. Yeah, we could see ourselves breaking upwards. But first of all, I expect a retracement. A retracement will take me down to 2845, thereabout, before we go upwards. I zoom in as usual, and what I have here now, price has gone up a bit on the daily. Yeah, we came down here as of last week, and like I said during the analysis for the previous video, the video for last week, I said I expected a move upward first as a retracement and we'll continue downwards, but we didn't quite continue downwards. But now what I have here, price stayed in this range a bit and moved upwards. We have somewhat like a spinning top here, so I expect price to come down to at least retest this low. Okay, we test this low. Going by price action, what we have here, we had a double top here. We had a lower low, lower close, and the retest has not reached this point. So we still expect lower movements in the market. Let me zoom in to see if we can get clear-cut areas to enter the market from. All right, right now what I have here, I would go bearish. Basically because price action is giving me reason to do so. Of course, we could see a move that will take us below the low of last 2 weeks. Below the low of last 2 weeks at 1.2769 area. So basically, for this week, what we'll do is we'll go with a sell stop below the low of the last 4 hours candle on GBP, 20 pips below it, and we'll aim for 1.2850 or thereabout, about this range. Price might, of course, react around here. If we break and close below this, our next port of call will be 1.2765. Let me use my fib extensions to get a level for this. Okay. So I expect price to really come low. Yeah, here first at 1.2850, and when we break and close below that, we'll be looking forward to the next point of support at 1.2765. Of course, as the week unfolds, whatever price action gives us, we will send updates. And if you like the updates, you like to get the updates, you just reach out to me, and I would sure follow up with you. And before I continue, let me also say this: if you know the videos I've been sending has been beneficial to you, click the thumbs up button and leave me a comment. Tell me how much you'd it has been beneficial to you, or also you can leave a comment on currency pairs you would want me to look at apart from the ones I do during these videos. With that said, let's still recap. I'm expecting a sell for GBP as the week opens. First of all, to 2850, and our next point of support when we break and close below this point would be 1.2765. Go to the next pair, GBPJPY. Here, still do a top-down analysis going to the weekly again. Now we've had same kind of range that we saw in the GBPUSD at this point, and price has closed at the upper part of this range. We're close to the top part of the range, but if it didn't really go quite up that way. Now my bias is still to the downside. I'm expecting some downward move first before we go upward. Now let's zoom in quickly. On the daily, we're still in that range. has lasted for quite some time. Now, prices could really bust upwards from here. For GBPJPY, I would say let's wait and get a clear direction from price because we're in a range. Although I have been expecting a move, a push downwards to 135.66 or 135.6.70 area before we go upwards. But we've been having issues going downwards. So let's wait and see as price action unfolds during the week. If we have a break below this, below 138.87, if we break and close below it, then we begin to look forward to go lower, or we look forward to go higher based on what price action tells us. Right now we're in a range. I think the same thing we have with GBPCHF. Yes, my video 2 weeks ago, I said I was expecting price to break out of this triangle, and we've not really seen any clear-cut move out of the triangle. So depending what price action does, we will take a position based on that. Take a position based on that. Because this is price, as in price moving upwards from this range. From what I have here, my stochastics started turning upwards, and I have a resumed momentum candle here upwards. But best bet is to wait for a break and close after this range before we take any movements higher or lower. I looked at GBPCAD last week, and let's see what it did for. Yeah, last week we were looking at yeah, we said we were going to wait for a small retracement and we buy upward, and which market gave to us. Yes, market gave it to us. Now, based on the weekly, what I have here, I will still be looking forward to more bullish moves. Why? Because we're broken out of the high of 2 weeks ago. So I'm expecting a retracement back into that zone, back to 1.7010 thereabout before we move higher. But I expect an upward movement up to 1.7250. I expect a move up to 1.7250. Let's zoom in quickly. Yeah, now what I have here on the daily, we have something like a triple top, but we'll be having higher lows. So I'm expecting the bust out of this. It's like a triangle, an ascending triangle. Gradually, price is making higher lows and contending seriously with this resistance zone here. So basically, like what we have here, we might see a slight retracement, like I said, back into this area. Then, yeah, let me see, should be down to say 1.7020 area. Then we'll look forward to go higher. We'll look forward to go higher. We could look at it from the 4-hour candle. we're seeing a small retracement coming down to this point, from which we'll look forward to go higher. Now, let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD, let me look at it from the weekly standpoint. Good, we had a bearish engulfing 2 weeks ago, and this week has just been a small range. Yeah, I was expecting price to come up to 1.1260 as a retracement before going lower. But right now, what I have here, price is still on about making that same move, but it's been quite rather slow. Let's look at it on daily. Now from daily, what do we have here? It did a small retracement, but it wasn't up to that point. Yeah, started here. A little retracement came down lower and has moved back upwards. Now, what I expect here is for price to come to about this zone at 1.1074 or 70, and I expect price to react around here and we continue lower. Yeah, we continue lower. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we might have a small retracement down here before continuing upwards, but I expect that upward movement to on the daily to get to this point first of all before we look forward to going lower. We're close to the point anyway, about say 20 pips away, something in that range from here, and we sell from here. So basically, traders, I would ask you to wait for price to get to this point. We're not buying, we're just waiting for price to get here. Look for reversal candles and look forward to go lower. Except price action gives us anything different, but I expect a reaction of price around this place, this zone. It's a key zone. It's been support here and it's been resistance here. And if we go down the line, we can still find support. So I expect a reaction of price around here to continue lower, because already we've got a trend reversal by this move down to this point. So I expect price to continue downward to uh, take profit, which I said I was looking forward to. That was last week at 109.45 or thereabout. Yeah, about that area. Normally we give room for spread, so we should, based on your broker, you should know the spread of the pair so that you're able to take the profits and not leave money on the table, because if your spread is not factored in, price can get to that point and reverse without giving you your profit. Let's go to the next pair. I want to look at gold. Gold has been quite impressive. In fact, one of the major things we took from the previous week's trading was gold. We saw the price coming towards our kill zone. Didn't quite get there, but the price action on Tuesday made me change my stance to look forward to a correction, which we've seen so far. Now, what do I expect with gold? At this point, I expect a small movement lower a small movement downwards that will take us upwards to this point. That's around 1.1480 area. Around 1480 area. Weekly. What does weekly tell us? Weekly is trying to do, from what we see here on the weekly, we had this bearish engulfing candle 2 weeks ago. And I was looking for retracement and a continuation downwards. The retracement is what the whole week's candle is giving us as the information that took place last week. So based on that, looking at the daily, I expect a small retracement down here, and I look forward to prices going upwards. From what I have here, I know this low will be retested at 1462, and we could even go a little bit lower. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. So what I expect price to do is to come down a bit to this zone. Well, two things. We could see price go up here and come down again to the zone to retest this area. Price could go up to this point and come down to retest this area before going upwards. It's a possibility. Or price could come down to this area before continuing upwards. So for gold, I'm looking at two scenarios. But as in price coming down immediately here and surging upwards, or touches this area as a retest of this high and coming to this point at 1455 before heading higher. I have same confirmation on my stochastic here, so that's what I'm expecting. On the whole, I still expect a movement up to this 1480 area. 1480 area. Let me use fibs to get some let's see if we align it properly. Okay. Excuse me. So I expect prices to come in lower to about this point, and we look forward to go higher from there. So the 1460, 1459 area, and price to go all the way up for gold. Well, as usual, we'll be looking at price action as the week unfolds, and we'll send it out. And one good thing with gold, you enjoy quite a lot of space with the price action. Price has a lot of room to run, and you can make quite a fortune trading gold using good money management principles as well. Let me look at EURJPY. Oh, EURJPY. All right, for EURJPY, what do we have? On the weekly, price has retested this zone and closed higher. I expect a retest of this low, of this week's low at 119.24. I expect prices to still retest the low before we go higher. Let's look at what the daily has to say offer. Okay, now price is going back to this area, which I expect a retracement, first of all. A retracement around here. I expect price to react around this zone and maybe come down lower. We could come down to the next point of resistance at 118.65. But basically, from what I see here, we have a bullish engulfing, so we might just have a retracement, here, and go up to test these highs. What I see here is a retracement, and we could even go past this high, but for me, wait for a retracement at look for reversal candles at 119.80 area, except price breaks and closes below this low. If not, I look forward to this area 119.80, seeing any reversal candles around here and continue upwards. And last but not the least, I'm going to look at USD CAD. Yeah. Now, what I expected was what price gave us on the weekly. Let's look at weekly first. Expected a small retracement and a test of the high at 1.3278 area. Price went close. Yeah, we hit 3270, just 8 pips away from that point, and we've closed. We have an inverted hammer. So for what I have here, we should expect more movement to the downside. Basically, we could see price get to 1.3145. Let's zoom in quickly. Yeah, we have the same candle replicated here and a very bearish candle on Friday. So basically, we could place 15 pips, 20 pips stop from this point and allow price to go down to 1.3150. Yeah, we could place a sell stop around here and allow price to go really lower down to this point. 3160. Yeah, leave room for spread. Look at it, the 4 hours to see if we can make any now of this. Okay, the same thing we have here. So we just put this sell stop, 15 pips sell stop below this, and we'll continue lower. So that will be that for this week. Like I always say, you can leave a comment on the pairs you'd like me to look at. You can leave me a comment. If there are pairs that you're interested in that I'm not covering here, I'm sure I'll do that to follow up with you and look at it also. And if you've been quite profitable, I like to see your comments, because these comments help me to keep on doing this, to keep being a help and a light to traders in the market. It gives me joy to see other traders make money from the market. It's quite a very liquid market, and if you know what to do, you'll be able to always get your way in the market. Most of the time, of course, we have losses here and there, but with informed positions in the market, you'll be able to make quite a living from trading. So that will be all for now, traders. I sign out here and now. Have a great trading week.